always love hip-hop. Keep it flowing like a river, so I drip drop. Verses and bars, we eating dinner with the stars. Excuse me while I float away, my brain is on Mars. Cause it's the Big Kids Podcast with Chris Williams. Sit back, relax, like your spliff, we in the building.
Yo, this is C. William. Welcome back to the Big Kids Podcast. And today, guys, I just want to start off with a video from a YouTube page that we have used frequently, not recently, but frequently throughout this podcast. Now This News. Now This News does a lot of good work, but I'm not sure exactly how much vetting they did when it comes to the person that they decided to have a 4-minute TED Talk with us about how to lower crime in a city. Now, I'm going to play the video for you guys, and then we're going to discuss it, and I'm going to try my best to break down or debunk all the bullshit he says during this 4-minute video. Excuse me. But it's complete and utter bullshit what he's selling us. So I just want you guys to know. I'm pissed. This man has always pissed me off. You know, when I very first met him, I thought, oh shit, Ithaca's got a young black mayor. This is great. You know, how progressive this place is. And then you come to learn that is not what this man fucking cares about. Not even a fucking little bit. He didn't care about making Ithaca a better place to live. He cared about himself becoming what he is right now. The CEO and president of some fucking organization, so he gets to act like he's something special, and he gets to act like he did this, that, and the third. And guys, I'm going to take you step by step through how he's full of shit. So I'm going to play you guys the video, and then we're going to get back to it.
I find myself very frustrated that we are being pushed either into a corner that says you must defund if you're a progressive, or another corner that says you must throw the book at people if they commit a crime. I'm Savante Myrick, President and CEO of People for the American Way. For the last 15 years, I was in public office, in local office in Ithaca, New York, where I was in the city council, and for 10 years as the mayor of the city of Ithaca. A very progressive place. I'm proud to be a progressive. And I feel like progressives have a winning message on crime and public safety that we're just not using. Because crime is a problem, and I think it's very natural for progressives to want to pretend that maybe crime isn't a problem, that maybe everybody should feel safe. But it's a reality in this country. We have more guns than people in this country. We have more gun crime than any other nation in the world. And people deserve to feel safe in their homes, no matter where they live. The thing is, the right-wing media is very good at scaremongering, right? They want longer prison sentences so that they can warehouse people, so that they can separate and segregate people, especially undesirables in their eyes. But the truth is, if that right-wing approach to crime worked, then America would be the safest place in the world. A right-wing approach doesn't work. If we adopt progressive policies to tackling the issues of public safety, we can make our streets even safer. Now, I know this in our own small example in the city of Ithaca. Over my 10-year tenure, crime decreased. Even including the bump at the end caused by the pandemic, crime was still down over a 10-year span. Why is it? Is it because we increased the police department by 1/3? No, we actually didn't grow the size of the police department at all. What we did is we invested more in our social services. The fastest growing departments under my administration were our community centers, our cultural centers, and the centers that serve children. When you take care of young people, right? When you take care of their economic needs, their cultural needs, their community needs, you find that your streets become safer. We have to lift up examples like the city of Albuquerque. Albuquerque, an enormous city, much bigger than the city of Ithaca. Mayor Heller has led a transformative change in public safety there, where instead of just relying on armed officers for everything, they are now sending unarmed officers, social workers, to a huge percentage of their 911 calls. What does that look like? It looks like $10 million a year, 100 social workers working 24/7. And you know what they've done? They have diverted 20,000 calls from their police department. That means that the police officers have more time to focus on actual serious crimes, more time to focus on getting guns off the street instead of responding to every quality of life or noise complaint or even traffic accident. It means that over-policed communities, particularly communities of color that have good reason to mistrust the heavy hand of the carceral state, are now coming into contact with friendlier faces that they know are unarmed. They have less reason to be afraid, to resist. There's fewer conflicts in a safer community. To be a man of color and to watch in real time what the system does to people who look like me, to fear for my safety, for my brother's safety, for my little sister's safety, makes you want to make your police department as safe and responsible, professional as possible. And I think there's a way to do it. I'm convinced there's a way to do it. We've done it in Ithaca. Other cities have led the way as well. And I believe we can build a brighter future for little kids somewhere who are growing up in the same circumstances that I did.
Guys, now he starts off by talking about how liberals, progressives have a winning argument when it comes to crime. Listen, I think in a perfect world, what these guys are trying to fucking spit out sounds great and it's a winning argument. But again, Myrick gives no details throughout this whole entire video, 4-minute video. The only details he gives is we gave money to community centers. Now, Myrick has absolutely no clue what happens with any of this money that went to any of the community centers that he gave to. He has zero clue. And I'm not gonna say any names because I didn't check with anybody prior to coming on here. But Myrick is full of shit. He has no idea what a lot of that money was spent on. So he thinks just giving the money gives him or allows him to say that in this video. Oh, this is how we fixed it. We gave money to community centers. Motherfucker, you have no idea what happened with any of that money at the community centers. You weren't even checking to see what was happening with that money at the community centers. Next is the we have more guns than people argument. Please, Myrick, and at what point in this video did you explain how you addressed that issue in Ithaca? At what point in this video did you address that? Because since because this is what he's good at. He's good at talking about fucking 18 different things, so it's hard to cover one. So you talk about how great Ithaca is. Please explain to me, guys, just think about this. Every single year, Ithaca College, Cornell, enrollment goes up, which means they are bringing in more kids with each freshman class than they did the previous. That brings in other people as well. It's becoming a bigger place to live. Quote unquote, more opportunities for jobs are coming in. So what magic spell did you place on the city of Ithaca and the surrounding areas? What magical spell did you place on this place that allows your population to grow and your crime decrease over 10 years? What magical spell did you do on that? Guys, people are getting shot at, stabbed on a weekly basis in Ithaca. On a weekly basis in Ithaca, somebody is getting stabbed and or shot. That's just the reality of the fucking situation. Ithaca, I've been here since 2011. It is 2013. There is no way in the world the crime has gone down. You want to know why the statistics of crime have gone down? Because the cops cannot manage the workload. There is so much bullshit going on in the city of Ithaca that not everybody can get to it. So a lot of this shit, especially domestic violence, is going unreported because you have 5, 6, 7 cops on a shift. People deserve to feel safe in their homes no matter where they live. That shit sounds good. What the fuck did you do to get us there? What did you do? Guys, this man has the nerve, the audacity to talk about how they spent money to help people, how they spent money on community services and helping people in need. Guys, they built a straight up drug den next to my job. We have been there for over 7 years in that building. We are moving next week. Why are we moving next week? Because the place has been broken into multiple times. You put that shit over there with no infrastructure in terms of helping these people get right. Security. It's the fucking wild, wild west down there. Go down there at nighttime. Go down there early in the morning, and I guarantee you're gonna be scared. It did not used to be like that. But Myrick, wanting to act like he had big dick energy, wanting to act like he was the fucking man, was okaying all of these fucked up apartment buildings to be placed everywhere. We talked about this the other week on the podcast. We're talking about affordable housing. Guys, affordable housing now is just the hood, the ghetto. You're not making it so people who continuously pay their fucking rent for 15, 20 years, it's easier for them to get their own house. No, you're saying, you know what, you can move up in here with these 78 other fucking people that I know you don't want to be around, but go ahead. Yeah, well, you got a place to live, don't you? This man is full of shit. And it boils my fucking blood because all this man gave a fuck about was making sure that his name was out there. He decided, without talking to anybody in his administration, anybody on the city council, anybody that had anything to do with the day-to-day decisions that are made in Ithaca, he decided to be the first mayor to say, you know what, we're officially going to reimagine the police. And he did that so he could be, what was it, GQ he was in? He did that bullshit so he can be in GQ. And then once it came time to start to implement the bullshit that he was talking about, what did Myrick do? He bounced. He fucking left. Myrick did not stick around to see it through, to make sure everything was going to happen the way that he promised, the way that he was saying things were going to happen. No. Myrick got in GQ magazine and then said, fuck Ithaca. I'm out of here. I'm going to go make this money over here. Because for the longest time, Myrick thought that he should be paid more, that he should live in a better fucking house, that he should have his own means of transportation on the city's dime. This is Ithaca, bro. This ain't New York fucking City. These are the things that he cared about. During his 10-year tenure, he did not give a fuck about Ithaca. He didn't. I don't care what he says. I don't care how he articulates himself, and he sounds so good, and he makes you just feel so warm inside. The man is full of shit. Again, please tell me what magic fucking spell you put on the city of Ithaca where the population gets to go up, the crime goes down, and you did that by not hiring any cops. Now, guys, listen, I'm all for how reimagining police should actually be fucking done. I'm all for that. Not just fucking grandiose ideas of how it should be fucking done. And to bring up, before I forget, when he starts talking about New Mexico and how they hired 100 social workers that are on call 24/7, guys, think about that. Think about that. How the fuck is that okay? Who wants to be on call 24/7 to go deal with some shit that a lot of the times cops got to go deal with? we've deemed that this probably isn't dangerous. So yeah, just go over there with no protection and de-escalate that situation. Come on. These ideas sound good in a perfect fucking world. If you work out in the community, you know what the fuck is out there. You know what's really happening out here in these fucking streets, man. In these fucking projects, in these affordable housing facilities. You know what the fuck's going on here. And to show up to a domestic violence situation, to show up to some shit like that, where a cop usually shows up, don't sign me up for that shit. You trying to get me fucking killed? Guys, these ideas in Myrick, in this is just fucking crazy. This is crazy that this man gets to go on Now This News, which I had a ton of respect for since I started this podcast almost 3 years ago. I've had nothing but respect for Now This News. But from now on, I really truly have to think about anything that they put up there before I click on it. I have to, because if you're going to bring this man on here and allow him to talk his bullshit, that means you did not look into anything about him. You didn't look into anything about him besides what the fuck was on the surface. And the fact that he got to be the mayor of a city at fucking 20 years old, 22 years old, some shit like that. This man is a fucking fraud. He has ran Ithaca into the fucking ground and just bounced. Ithaca is not in a better place today than it was when I first got here. There is no way in the world. You're fucking full of shit if you think that. There is no way. Listen, guys, you can ask any fucking kid that I've ever worked with, what is there to do in Ithaca? What, for a 15, 16, 17-year-old kid, what the fuck is there to do in Ithaca? I'm fine with how things are, because I'm fucking 30 years old, and I just want to go to work and go home. I'm not worried about fucking doing things in the town. But most people are. Most people are worried about what are they going to do, how are they going to do it, this, that, and the third. The one place that we had, the fucking movie theater, is closing in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Now, I don't know if Myrick, I'm not going to put that fucking on him. But point being is, this town is not, how the fuck don't you got a movie theater? You got a movie theater at Cornell that shows docs and local films. You got a place downtown that shows local films and indie films. We don't got nowhere to go see a fucking movie no more? When 65 comes out, that dinosaur movie, that means I gotta go to fucking Horseheads or Syracuse to see it? This is a fucking town with 2 colleges. So I digress, because I don't even want to go down that fucking road right now. So you talk about how you've improved and how you've done this, that, and the third. There ain't shit for these kids to do. You got one place, GIAC, which I don't even like to talk fucking bad about community service places because they're doing what the fuck they can. But you use that. He used GIAC for 10 fucking years as his black friend. That's how I'm gonna put it. He used GIAC as his black friend for 10 years. Oh, guys, look, this is my black friend right here. It's my black friend right here. That's what he used GIAC for. Ain't have shit to do with doing the right thing, fucking being a stand-up dude. It had to do with, look, I got a black friend too. That's exactly what the fuck it was. Call it what you want. Be mad at me all the fuck you want about it. That's exactly what Myrick did for 10 plus fucking years. And sorry guys, because I'm going to play the video before this, but I'm listening to it and I'm hitting pause and I'm fucking saying something. So now he's talking about if you meet the cultural needs and the economic needs of these kids, it makes it a safer fucking place. Guys, that is bullshit. That is fucking, and again, I know no matter where you go, there's gonna be bad apples. That's just the fucking reality of the situation. It doesn't matter what you do for some people, they're gonna be fucking bad apples. But to act like what you have done has fixed or cured that fucking problem even a little bit, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. Oh, the crime has went down because I was given to community centers and cultural centers. Come on. There is no way if you, because again, data, you could cherry pick data. And then there's a lot of shit that goes unreported. A whole bunch of shit that goes unreported. And do you think Myrick at any point in time was saying, is there anything going unreported? Are these accurate numbers here? Are there things happening in this community that, we might not be able to get to, so they don't go into statistics? He didn't give a fuck about none of that. He is a true politician, full of shit through and through. Then this man has the nerve to bring up Albuquerque, New Mexico, as if Albuquerque, New Mexico is some fucking shining star in the sky and they don't have their own problems, and fucking heroin and meth use isn't rampant in fucking Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay, guys, I hate to be the fucking bearer of bad news and a cynical prick, but this is the truth of things. This is how things really are unfolding. But progressive politicians try to use people's good side, their good-hearted nature, to try to push this bullshit. Guys, I get cops can be fucked up, just like a normal fucking person can be fucked up. Do we need to do a better job of screening, weeding, and hiring these fucking cops? Absolutely. In my opinion, when cops fuck up, we should be taking that shit from their pension funds. Not the city should be paying for a cop's fucking $2 million incident. Nah, take that shit out of the police union fund or some shit. I don't know. That's how I think we fix this. Growing up, Coach Ramil, biggest dickhead I've ever met in my fucking life. Biggest, by far, biggest asshole. Taught me way more about life than probably most people. He's up there with my fucking dad in terms of teaching me life lessons, okay? He used to tell us, when one of you does something, all of you do something. If one of you doesn't show up and the rest of you guys are okay with that person not showing up, that's all of your guys' fault. You need to police yourselves. I should not have to police you. You should be policing yourselves, holding yourselves to a certain standard. That's what the fuck the culture of policing needs to be. That's what the culture of being part of the mayor's, I don't even, is it cabinet? Do mayors have a fucking cabinet like the presidents have a cabinet? That's what the fuck it needs to be. Not a bunch of brown nosing and ass kissing and this, that, and the third. If you know somebody's not fucking doing right, say something. Say something. Fuck that brotherhood. Oh, you watch my back, I watch your back. Yeah, I'll watch your back. I'm not watching you do some dirt. So now I gotta get involved in the bullshit. Now Myrick's talking about what the system does to people that look like him. See, again, here we go. Here we fucking go. He's playing the black card. He's playing the fucking black card. And again, I think that you should play the black card when you absolutely need to play the black card because something worth playing the black card is fucking happening to you. When you play the black card just to fucking further your argument, that waters it down. It completely waters it down. After a while, people don't want to hear that shit, man. So you're 30 fucking 5, something like that years old. You've been in Ithaca since you were 18. You grew up in a predominantly fucking white, progressive area of New York State. Now, I'm not saying that means you were completely sheltered from racism. But stop acting like you grew up in fucking 1948 Mobile, Alabama, motherfucker. Stop it. Stop it. I've been in Ithaca for 12 fucking years, and the most racism I dealt with was at the motherfucking college. Most people that live in Ithaca know what the fuck the deal is. Now you go out to places like Newfield and even where I fucking live. You'll see some fucked up shit. But again, it's the type of racism where you leave them alone, they leave you alone. And to be honest, I think that's all you could fucking ask in life. I cannot be like, you know what? You're a racist. Now it's time for you to change. That is never gonna fucking work. You know people are racist. You know people are fucked up. You know people are insane. These are all facts of fucking life. And knowing that, all you can really truly ask for and or want is for people to leave you the fuck alone. You're not gonna change somebody. This is not a fucking movie. This is not Freedom Writers with Hillary fucking Swank. So to act like and to, I'm gonna say it, be a predator to people's fucking emotions is not going to get anything productive fucking done. Because Ithaca, Tompkins County is at the point where things are going to get way worse before they get better. But if you talk to this fucking fraud, that's not what we're hearing. That's not what's actually happening here. The homeless population in Ithaca hasn't been a problem for the past 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20 fucking years. And what has he done? He moved them from point A to point B to point C, back to point A to point B to point C. He never addressed the fucking problem. Again, guys, he had big, grandiose ideas. Macro style ideas, big picture ideas, but had no idea how to fuck to follow through with it. Which is fine. Most people don't, but you don't fucking sell out for it. You don't leave and throw your fucking people under the bus. You don't come up with these ideas, put them in motion, and then when you see they're too fucking difficult to follow through, leave. You just got reelected. When you left, you just got reelected. You weren't even halfway through that fucking term. But you know what? I digress. I'm done with him because this man is just going to continue to try to act like he's fucking Barack Obama. This man's going to continue to act like he's a real difference maker. Instead of just shutting the fuck up and doing his job, he's going to get on TV any chance he gets. He's going to do any interview he gets a chance to do, and he's going to further himself. And fuck whatever he leaves behind. Because I'm telling you right the fuck now, that is how a good part of Ithaca fucking feels. The people who gotta go fucking work at Walmart, Big Lots, Target, Tops, fucking normal jobs. Not people that work at the colleges. People that are working the normal fucking jobs in Ithaca, trying to continue to help it fucking move along, feel like you sold us the fuck out. I don't even know how we transition from that, because I'm fucking mad right now. I'm fucking mad right now. That dude is such a fucking fraud. Alright, let's woosah and transition here, because I'm gonna be pissed about this next fucking topic too. Now, I don't know the whole entire fucking story behind what happened, but Matt Barnes spit a hot fucking loogie in his wife's ex-husband, his ex-boyfriend, some shit, whatever the case may be. He spit a hot fucking loogie. And I'm not here to talk about the incident itself. I'm here to talk about when you spit in somebody's face, what the fuck that means. We talked about this the other week with the Dana White shit. I think this is way worse. I think spitting in someone's face, personal opinion, is way better than putting hands on somebody. Or, not way better, way worse than putting hands on somebody. I think that is the most diabolical shit you can fucking do to somebody, is spit a loogie in their fucking face. Now, I'm trying to fucking balance out here. I'm still pissed. I've watched that fucking Myrick video like 4 or 5 fucking times since it came out yesterday, and it's pissed me off every single time. It hasn't lessened. Like, it hasn't been I watched it once, I was real mad. The next time I wasn't as mad. I was fucking pissed off. Because that is a huge YouTube channel, and this fucker is on there talking like he's got the fucking answers. All right, but anyway, back to spitting. I feel like if you're spitting in someone's face, I think you're ready for whatever comes your way, right? Like, okay, I might spit in this person's face and he might literally fucking off me. I think you got to be ready for things like that if you're spitting in someone's face. It's the same with what I talked about hitting people. You keep your fucking hands to yourself because you don't know how somebody's going to react after being fucking hit. So I think if you're going to hit somebody, you should be prepared for whatever the fuck is coming your way. I think that's a fair sentiment. You spit a hot fucking loogie in someone's fucking face, mouth, eyes. I think whatever happens to you, you were fully prepared for. Because you wouldn't have done it otherwise. And I only bring that up because I guess Matt Barnes has a restraining order against this guy now. And I guess there's allegations of him stalking or whatever. Listen, I don't know. Again, I try to stay out of the fucking weeds with this bullshit, with this internet, real husbands, real housewives bullshit. But you just spit in this man's face. Now, I don't, is that how you deal with people who are stalking you? I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't fucking tell you. But all I know is I gotta be careful because this is fucking YouTube. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for my last segment here about fucking Myrick. I'm just saying, guys. Don't spit in fucking people's faces because you don't know what they're going to do. And if you spit in someone's face, I just don't think you should be pressing charges against the person who you spit on. I think that's like a fair code to live by. That's how I'll put that. I think that's a code to live by. If you're gonna be the first person to hit somebody else, if you're gonna be the one to spit in somebody's face, if you're gonna be the one to straight up violate somebody else, even if you can feel violated with words and all that. Sticks and stones will break my bones type of shit, but words will never hurt me. But somebody says something to you, I don't think that gives you the right to fucking put your hands on them. Defile them. That's what I'm gonna put. That's what I'm defile. You spit in somebody's face. That's fucking defile. Like, that's. I don't know what's worse. If someone pissed on you, if someone spit on you. What's worse? What do you think is worse? Honestly, I don't. I think spitting. I truly think spitting is like the worst thing you fucking do to somebody, because that's like such a disrespectful act. And I'm not talking about, somebody's all close to you talking and you get some spittle on you. No. I'm talking about you said, I just had to swallow that. I have nowhere to spit it. You do that to somebody, it is fucking on. Whatever comes your way, comes your way. I don't give a fuck who you are. That is wrong. That is fucking wrong. And before we transition to talking about how the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl and everybody is fucking losing their minds about it, I just wanted to talk about these truth commercials. Now, if you guys remember the truth commercials from back in the day, those were the same ones that, the van or the Jeep or whatever would pull up to the taco shack to get their tacos, but they were hotboxing the car, so when they fucking pulled off from the taco fast food restaurant, they hit the little girl on the bike. or the commercial where the one girl was smoking weed and she was melted into her couch and her friend was talking about how much fun she wasn't. Guys, they must have lost that battle with marijuana, huh? Truth must have lost that battle with marijuana, because you don't see those fucking commercials anymore. You don't see those commercials. Now the Truth commercials have to do with vaping. Now, I would vape. I would vape in college because you weren't allowed to fucking smoke during the season. So I would do that just to help myself. And I never liked it. I've always felt like that shit would like kind of make me fucking sick. You know, fuck with my throat, had me fucking coughing and shit. So I was never really a fan of fucking vaping. So I get where the commercials are coming from, but I think it is fucking hilarious how there is not a single Truth marijuana commercial that I have seen on TV in recent history. They're all about vaping, and I just think that is fucking hilarious. They tapped out. They lost the battle to marijuana. They lost the fucking battle. It's over. Marijuana's king. Marijuana is the universal heavyweight champion of the fucking world. Marijuana. And we gotta move on to other things. So again, guys, I don't like vaping, but these guys had to move the goalposts a little bit so they could keep making their fucked up commercials and probably get government money all throughout the whole entire way. So there's that. I just wanted to throw that out there because I see the commercial all the fucking time. And it's funny. It is fucking funny. What else we got to talk about today? All right, let's talk about the fucking Eagles real quick, and then we're getting the hell out of here, guys. Nice, short, and sweet today. Since I used up all my energy on fucking Myrick. So the Eagles, guys, I've heard it fucking all. The Eagles had the easiest schedule. Guys, first of all, I don't like to fucking hear that at all. This is the NFL. Teams are not getting blown out by 30, 40, 50 fucking points. There are 32 teams. Each team plays 17 fucking games. There might be 4 or 5 games like that the whole entire year. This is not fucking high school football. This is not college football. Teams, the worst team in the fucking league this year was the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears beat the fucking 49ers this year. The Houston Texans almost beat a couple playoff teams a couple times this year. Okay? So that whole worst team in the league or worst schedule in the league, nobody gets an easy fucking schedule in the NFL. And if they have the easiest schedule, that means everybody in the division played a very similar fucking schedule. But nobody says anything about that. So the Eagles, they fucking mollywop the Giants. Excuses about that. Oh, Giants are in a rebuilding year. The Giants this, that, and the third. But if the Giants would have fucking won that game, we wouldn't have heard none of that shit. We wouldn't have heard, oh, you know what? Don't expect the Giants to do much. They're in a rebuilding year. Okay, now we're on to San Francisco. Mollywop San Francisco. We get cries about the calls. Guys, the calls, they were all penalties. I'm sorry if they didn't jive with what the fuck you wanted to happen. They were penalties. If you want to talk about the roughing the fucking punter call, again, that's a discretionary call. And don't be mad at the refs. How about you be mad at the fucking player for running into the punter to even let that be a possibility? This is attention to detail things. These are things that people that played on disciplined football teams recognize. That's not the ref's fault. That is the player's fault for doing so. Okay? So there's that. Then there's, oh, well, we were on our 4th quarterback, and that. Oh, now we want to act like Brock Purdy was just some 3rd string scrub. We were on our third string, then we were on our fourth string. We just want to act like Brock Purdy was just some scrub now. Why? Because that fits the conversation. That makes it easier to accept as a San Francisco 49er fan, as a New York Giant fan, as a Dallas Cowboy fan, that the Eagles won the game. Okay? Now, let's not act like Brock Purdy got hurt because he tripped over a fucking blade of grass. He got fucked up. And then when Brock Purdy's backup came in, he got fucked up. These dudes didn't just trip over a blade of fucking grass. Getting fucked up and being out of the game is part of football. That is part of football. If you decide to block the number 2 dude in the league in terms of sacks, Hassan Reddick, he was either 2 or 3. If you decide to block him with a backup tight end, and you get your quarterback fucked up, whose fault is that? Who are you really mad at? Are you mad at yourself? Are you mad at your coach? Or are you mad at the Eagles for putting it on you? Okay, the Devontae Smith catch. Who are you mad at? Are you mad at your coach? Or are you mad at the fucking Eagles? I don't want to hear none of this shit. And you guys know, because if you've listened to this, I call balls and fucking strikes, especially with the Philadelphia fucking Eagles. Because I don't really like how Eagles fans get down. I really don't like how NFL or sports fans in general get down. When they're up, they're super up. When they're down, they're super fucking down. They're talking shit, this, that, and the third. Listen, I like to just let the shit play out. I like to point out what I see. And I like to fucking try to take a deeper look into what I'm seeing, a deeper dive into what I'm seeing, why this might be happening. And then I will talk about it. But I'm not super fucking excited that the Eagles won an NFC championship. I don't really give a fuck. Fuck that NFC championship. I want them to win a Super Bowl. And when they win a Super Bowl, I'll get very excited about it. But I don't come on here and dick ride. I don't. I do not. Jalen Hurts, from a statistical standpoint last game, was very mediocre. Very. But there were other elements to him that helped them win. He got fucked up a couple times. He got up, he did the brush off. You know, shit like that. Like, he's staying engaged. He is not getting low. He is not getting too high. Jalen Hurts stays even fucking keeled. And that is probably his best trait. Now, I don't know exactly how that trait translates if the Eagles are fucking 7-10 next year. I don't think that trait is gonna go over too well, because people are gonna be bitching and complaining how he has no passion and how he doesn't care and this, that, and the third. But right now, because they're winning and shit, oh, he's a cool customer, cool as a cucumber. He stays even keeled. So again, I think that's a double-edged sword, but for the time being, it is helping us. It is helping us. His willingness to run the ball, which again, forever and always, I will have a fucking problem with. But his willingness to run the ball, to try to pick up first downs, is what helped us win, is what helped us break open the fucking game the other day. So I'm not getting on here and I'm not dick riding. I'm just pointing out the facts that every fan of every fucking team in the country right now is hating. So if we had the easiest schedule in the NFL, then we did exactly what we were supposed to do then, right? Correct? If we had the easiest schedule, we did exactly what we were supposed to do. So this whole, this Mickey Mouse trip to the Super Bowl, where's my Mickey Mouse ears at? I'll put them motherfuckers on right now. Because as it stands today, they did exactly what the fuck they were supposed to do. Now, can the Kansas City Chiefs blow the Eagles out in a little less than 2 weeks? Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Will they? Probably not. But are they capable of it? Absolutely. And are we capable of doing the same to them? Yes. there's a lot that's going to go down in the next fucking 12 days, 11, 12 days. A lot of shit's going to go down. There's going to be a lot of people coming out the woodwork to talk to their cousins, their nephews, they're this, they're that, they want this, can you help me with that? There's going to be a whole bunch of shit outside of football going on the next 2 weeks. And I think the teams that handle that better are honestly going to be the one that win. It doesn't have to be the best fucking team wins the game. That's not how the Super Bowl has ever worked. It's the team who plays the best on that day. It's the team that's most focused on that day that is going to win the game. Has shit all to do with who is the better team. So I'm very much hoping that the Eagles are in a headspace where they can stay concentrated, they can stay locked in, they can stay engaged, and they get to go out there and think about nothing but playing football and winning a Super Bowl. Now, if half of the team is just cool with making it to the Super Bowl, playing in the Super Bowl, getting some Super Bowl memorabilia, we probably got a fucking problem. We probably got a real big fucking problem. So that's literally all I got to say about the Eagles until they win the fucking Super Bowl. Now, in terms of the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes is fucking Patrick Mahomes. I'm not gonna lie, I hope the ankle's still a little beat up. I hope the ankle still feel a little sore come Super Bowl time. I'll take whatever the fuck I can get. Y'all can make excuses and this and that. Don't matter. It don't matter. If you go back to the Super Bowl, Patriots versus fucking Rams, where there were a couple questionable first down calls, nobody remembers that anymore. Time went by. Nobody gives a fuck. The Patriots won that Super Bowl. End of story. And that's how I'll take it how I can fucking get it. I will take it how I can fucking get it. Especially, guys, and I don't even get on fucking Facebook or Instagram and talk shit about sports and all that. But when you see so many people upset, hating, I get joy out of that. I very much get joy out of that. When you got Giants fans, fuck the Eagles, and my one old high school teammate wrote that earlier, and I was like, yo, man, I understand. It's been a rough 20 plus year relationship between the Eagles and Giants, and he hasn't replied shit back. We've been kicking the Giants' ass for quite some fucking time. And honestly, I get the most enjoyment out of that. I really do. When we beat the Giants last week, again, I'm not somebody that's gotta say something. You could just look at me and tell. You know? I'm not one. Listen, if I win something, I don't need to rub it in. Me and you know. That's all I need. That is all I need. I don't need to get satisfaction by rubbing it in, rubbing salt in the wound. I just gotta look at you like, and that'll say everything that needs to be said. Like my boy Koval. I'm gonna have him on this show pretty fucking soon so we can talk about Josh Allen. I'm gonna have him on this show pretty soon so we can talk about Josh Allen. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't argue with people about things that I don't fucking know about or have a fucking very good feeling about. But I'm telling you right the fuck now, Josh Allen, 1, is not bigger, 2, is not stronger than Cam Newton. Josh Allen has now been in the league for, what is this, his 5th year? Okay, now In reality, we're probably hitting the fucking peak. This is probably as good as Josh Allen is going to be. The closer you get to 30, playing the style of football that he plays, and the style that he plays is completely different than anybody but Cam Newton. His style is not similar to Lamar Jackson. His style is not similar to Daniel Jones. His style is not similar to Jalen Hurts. He is out there acting like he's Mike fucking Allstott. Who was the only other quarterback that did that shit? Cam Newton. And after year 8, year 9, shit really started to come unraveled. Okay, now, that's not 100% going to happen to Josh Allen. He may, read the tea leaves and understand that he can't be that motherfucker all the time. But point being is, if he continues to play the way that he played that second half of the NFL season, where, yes, he did still win some games, but he's fumbling the ball. He's throwing interceptions in fucked up times. Guys, I'm telling you right now, Bills fans, he's going to go from being one of the top dudes to Carson Wentz. Those interceptions, whether it's fair or not, one interception is going to feel like 3 interceptions. One fumble is going to feel like 4 fumbles. That's just exactly how it's going to go, especially if he cannot win a Super Bowl. Things are going to get ugly for Josh Allen. That's just how it's going to go. Whether it's fair or not fair, that is how it is going to go. And it's going to start with the sports media. They're already starting the shit. And then the sports media is going to influence the fans. And then the fans are going to start to influence upper management. And I'm pretty sure, what did he sign, a 5-year contract? Guys, listen. Any contract you sign in the NFL, I don't think you should ever expect somebody to finish that contract. I don't know what the statistics are behind that, but most NFL players do not finish their fucking contract. They get released. Their contract gets restructured. They sign them to a new contract. The end of that contract probably is not fucking coming for Josh Allen, whether he's playing well or not. So just keep that in fucking mind. He starts to throw some bad interceptions. He starts to do some fucked up shit, fumbling, getting hurt, because he thinks he's fucking a 1990s fullback. The chirps are going to start, and then after the chirps, his ass will be gone. I love watching Josh Allen play, but I personally can read the tea leaves. It's one of my fucking specialties. I can fucking read them. So, I wish the best for Josh Allen. I do enjoy watching Josh Allen fucking play, but I just know what's going to probably happen. I don't want to talk in absolutes because who the fuck knows. But, and let's just talk about Joe Burrow before we get out of here. They were really ready to anoint this dude the next Tom Brady. Has not won a Super Bowl. Stop it. The NFL tries to create stories before they come to fruition in hopes that they will come to fruition. So then they already got that shit going. Joe Burrow shit the bed the other day. We can talk about the refs and this and that. Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals did not take advantage of the opportunities that were given to them by the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City probably shouldn't have won that fucking game. Why? Because the Cincinnati Bengals were supposed to take advantage of the fuck-ups, take advantage of the good field position, take advantage of the fact that Patrick Mahomes was out there on a fucked up ankle. They were supposed to do these things. They didn't do it. Now, does some of that blame go to other teammates? Like the dude that fucking blasted Patrick Mahomes out of bounds after he picked up the first down? Yeah, always. You guys know I'm a very big proponent on placing blame on everybody who deserves blame, not just the fucking quarterback. That goes for coaches, that goes for kickers, that goes for a left guard, right guard, fucking safety, defensive tackle, all that. But the media started to run with a fucking narrative, and now we gotta wait a whole nother year to see. We gotta wait a whole nother year to see if he's even taking steps to do that, to be Tom Brady. Tom Brady's got Super Bowl on top of 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 Super Bowl. I think it's a lot easier to say somebody's going to do that than actually fucking do it. Tom did it. Joe Burrow has it. Is Joe Burrow a very good quarterback? Yes. Does he got some swag to him? Yes. But that does not make him fucking Tom Brady, and that does not mean that he will ever be Tom Brady. And anybody in any sport who is compared to quote-unquote the greatest of all time, that shit rarely works out for them. How many people did we have to hear we're going to be the next Michael Jordan before we even got LeBron James? I'm not even going to go down, but you get what I'm saying. I'm not even going down that fucking road right now, but you get what I'm saying. Oh, this guy's Tom Brady. This guy's Michael Jordan. Or even this guy's LeBron fucking James. Let's stop it. Let's fucking, look, can we say that? Like, when the career's in the full swing, they're in year fucking 10, 11, and now we can look back and be like, yo, his career was very similar to what so-and-so did. Why? Why do we gotta make up shit like this is the WWE? Why do we gotta try to predetermine storylines like this is the fucking WWE, and we know who's gonna be the next champion? And we know who's going to get thrown out of the Royal Rumble at what point and how it's going to happen. Why do we do that? And guys, I'm going to leave you with this. Logan Paul is signing with the UFC later today. Be safe, be easy, and wash your ass. I'm out of here. Peace.